Why, hello, and good evening, or possibly good morning, depending on your YouTube viewing, league viewing video preference. Whatever works for you. So this will either be the butt crack of night, Wednesday, or the butt crack of dawn on Thursday. Week 1 is done, and yes, we are back again for the weekly little, whatever you want to call it here, little shindig, powwow, hootenanny that we have every week, back by popular demand, or I'm sure some people wouldn't think so, but neither here nor there, we're doing it. So the first week is done. I can only imagine just abundance of emotions that's going on, you know, depending on which side of the fantasy rod that you were. Either be feeling happy, sad, joyful, depressed, violated, ravaged, all of the above, whatever works. So we will just dive right in, as most of you know, and yeah, most of you do know, judging by either, you know, whatever medium of communication that you preferred, either message board or text, group text. Most of you know that I have been deflowered severely, and I don't know too many people that were too saddened by it. It's kind of depressing. You should pull for your commissioner. But yeah, Sean beat the dog out of me. 113-61. You know, Sean, I thought we were friends. No, way back. Been through so much together, you know. I believe it was, you know, great Sheryl Crow that once said, the first cut is the deepest. And it was deep. It's very deep. But I believe she also said, you know, if you want to try to love again, I'm down, or something like that, you know, close enough. So, hopefully, when we square up again, week 10, this will not be quite as mean and just awful. But anyway, Matt Ryan decided to have him a nice record-setting day, 36 points. Myself, my only spot was the Karate Kid himself, Antonio Brown, who, play of the year right there, gotta be. Drop kick the punter. So that's kind of how my team. We know we're down, no way of coming back. We're just gonna start taking people out. It's good times. We have no respect. Hopefully we'll right the ship, though. As you can tell, my confidence may be a bit stirred, shaken, and it is. But I have faith. I'm a second half team. We pull it together at the end when it counts. My team is built for the playoffs. Just watch. Next, we had Joe and Cliff, a close one, a nail-biter, coming down to Monday night, as it always does with Joe. 96-101. Mr. Cliff edged him out on his wedding weekend. It must have just been fate. It's Cliff's weekend, Joe. You just can't run the groom. Almost said bride-to-be, but it's almost the same difference, Cliff. But, yeah. Peyton Manning got 28, but Matthew Stafford, I feel you on the quarterback having career days. Matthew Stafford had 33, never mind about the 23, 33 is the total. And I guess Seth happens, Joe. But speaking of Seth happens, Seth won. Pulled a miraculous comeback, well, depending on how you look at it. Come back out on Monday night, beat newbie James, Mr. James, who's always for a good time in the message boards being mean to the commissioner, so I don't feel too much sympathy for you. 100-77, which is kind of awful too, because Seth's my mortal enemy, sworn to be the mortal enemy. So I'd kind of like to see James win, but not as much of one sided as one might think. Julius Thomas caught like 18 touchdowns. He got Seth 28, and Le'Veon Bell got James 24. Good times all the way around. Estes and Chop, the never-ending struggle for supremacy between the two. Estes come out on top yet again, 94-69. Suck it, Chop, you got destroyed. Not as bad as I did, though, so don't feel bad. Russell Wilson, Estes' boy, got him 21, and Jeremy Maclin got Chop 15. Now, in the last game, Matt and Ashton, the two newbies from last year. I don't believe Matt has ever lost to Ashton. He kept the trend going. 100-94, Matt pulled it out, and Andrew Luck had him a swell little outing with 29. AJ Green, 19 for Ashton, so lots of bright spots, lots of depressing spots like, hey, how about my running backs? All 3 of them combined for 12 points. Great times, right? Yeah. Not so much. 2 of them got injured. Also great times. You know, I don't feel like it could have possibly got any worse. Now, I say that knowing that it could possibly get worse, so we'll take it for what it is. What's going on next week? Ashton, you're playing me. I've never beat Ashton. Yes, I lost to her twice last year. And it was not on purpose. Ashton, as an owner, I do respect more than most in the league. But I would like to just berate and just massacre her worse than most, with the exception of probably 2 people. You're up there. You're number 3, so you should be proud of that. Next, Joe, you're playing Chop. Could it be a bye week for Chop? I don't know. We'll see if he ever sets his lineup again. Cliff, you're playing James. Maybe Cliff, I don't know, he's out honeymooning, shagging, doing the dirty deeds, dirt cheap. We'll see if he sets a lineup. Sure, James will. He's been on the waivers this morning, so I figure he's probably into it. Seth, you play Estes. Go Estes. Sean and Matt. That could be an interesting one. 2 of the high guys from last week, as opposed to some of the other matchups anyways. Fairly high-scoring affair, possibly, potentially. Nothing too terribly crazy going on this early in the league. It's still early. Waivers have been interesting. Lots of trade talk swirling. It seems more than normal. I think everybody's feeling the strain of not having as many good players on their team as we did when we had the 8-team league. But, you know, I've just got a feeling it'll all work itself out in the end. So I bid you all a fond farewell. Some of you might be disappointed. Expected the irate ranting to start. You know, hey, it's week 1. You gotta lay low. Can't be getting too worked up already. 1 week does not a season make. My fantasy motto, if you want to call it that. So, starts tomorrow, I don't believe, or tonight, depending on, like I said, who's just bidding. I don't know who plays Thursday night. I haven't even looked yet. So shoot me. It's my awful attempt at that. Anywho, all of you, best of luck. Ashton, not as much luck. Actually, I wish you no luck. I hope it's just brutal. Very brutal. I gotta beat you eventually, or else I might resign from the league. But we'll cross that bridge when the time comes. I got a good feeling. Anywho, y'all, peace out. Have a wonderful week too. Deuces.